nestled halfway up a 123-meter-high cliff. Predjama Castle seems to defy gravity itself. A fortress carved into the mouth of a mountain, hiding secrets older than its stones. Built more than 800 years ago, this medieval marvel is not just a castle. It's a perfect blend of human ambition and nature's raw power. Its name, Predjama, literally means in front of the cave. Behind these walls lies a network of secret tunnels and hidden passages that lead deep into the mountain's heart. But what makes Predjama truly legendary is the story of its most famous resident, Erasm Luger, the rebellious knight often called Slovenia's Robin Hood. In the 15th century, Erasm defied the Habsburg emperor and found refuge here in his fortress above the valley. Predjama Castle was built to fight back. High above the valley, the defenders had a room with narrow vertical slits and trap openings, known as murder holes, from which they could hurl stones, boiling oil, and burning resin onto invaders trying to storm the gate. Imagine the attackers below, struggling up the steep approach, while defenders poured destruction from above, their shouts echoing off the cliffs. For over a year, Imperial soldiers surrounded this very cliff, laying siege to the castle. They thought they had trapped him, but they didn't know about the secret cave tunnel that led from behind the castle to the open countryside. Through that hidden path, Erasm's loyal servants brought him food, wine, and fresh cherries, right under the noses of his enemies. Within these cold stone chambers, justice was delivered and feared. The so-called Room of Justice was where sentences were passed, echoing with the weight of authority and dread. And beneath it lay the torture chamber, where those same judgments were carried out. Dark, windowless, and chillingly silent, this room still holds the iron chains and racks that once brought men to their knees. It's a haunting contrast, the serene view of green valleys outside, and the shadow of cruelty within. This is where nature and human ambition became one. A fortress half sculpted by the forces of geology, half crafted by the hands of men. The builders didn't fight the rock, they embraced it, using the cave's natural walls as the castle's foundation and shield. Predjama Castle is not simply built against a mountain, it is built into it. Rising from a sheer 123-meter cliff, it seems to grow directly from the rock, as though the mountain itself decided to wear armor. The kitchen was carved directly into the rock, its walls half natural cave and half masonry. Here, the air still carries the faint scent of soot, for the large open hearth once burned day and night. This fire cooked meals, baked bread, and provided the only real warmth in the castle's long winters. Step out onto the balcony of Predjama Castle, and you'll understand why this fortress was thought to be unassailable. From here, the valley stretches far below, green, peaceful, and silent. But in Erasm Luger's time, this view looked out over the enemy. For more than a year, imperial soldiers camped on that very plain, determined to break the will of the rebellious knight who laughed at their siege. The small room beside the balcony is a medieval toilet, a simple stone seat with a vertical shaft dropping straight down to the open air. Practical, but exposed. Here, on a signal from a traitor servant, when Erasm entered, a cannon was fired from the valley below. The shot struck true, and that was the end of Erasm of Predjama. In 1986, the castle became a filming location for Jackie Chan's movie, Armor of God. Its dramatic cliffs, winding staircases, and shadowed corridors were the perfect backdrop for his daring stunts and fight scenes. Here, on these steep steps, Jackie took a misjudged leap. He slipped, fell, and struck his head against the rock. The impact fractured his skull. He survived, but carries a permanent hole in his skull, a small reminder of that day. In later interviews, Jackie Chan said that Predjama Castle was one of the most beautiful and most dangerous locations he had ever worked in. This was the Lord's bedroom, the only room in Predjama Castle with a fireplace. Thick stone walls and heavy tapestries kept out the mountain chill, while the fire's glow offered rare warmth in the icy fortress. Here, surrounded by rock and silence, the master of the castle slept, comforted by flame, but still in the cold heart of the mountain. Next to the bedroom lies the small prayer room, a quiet refuge from the harsh life of the fortress. Sunlight filters through a narrow window, falling on a simple wooden cross, a reminder that even warriors and nobles sought peace for their souls. Beside it is the priest's room, modest and bare. Here lived the castle's spiritual guardian, who tended to prayers, confessions, and last rites during times of siege. In a place built for defense and survival, these two rooms offered something rarer, a corner of faith and calm amid stone, smoke, and fear. To reach the highest room open to visitors, you cross a narrow wooden bridge, suspended above the cliff, a crossing that once separated safety from peril. Beyond this room, not open to public, lies a network of tunnels, through which the castle was supplied from neighboring villages, and also served as an escape route. Predjama Castle's defenders relied on a rainwater collection system carved into the cave itself. Water dripped from the rock into hidden stone basins, keeping the fortress supplied even during siege. They avoided using the river. Enemies could easily poison it, or attack anyone fetching water. So, the castle trusted only the mountain's rock-filtered rainwater, safely dripping into the cave from its roof, and channeled down to all living spaces. Life drawn straight from the heart of the rock. Nearly 400 years later, workers repairing part of the castle discovered a small cache of medieval coins and valuables buried within a wall. It wasn't a king's ransom, but a treasure had indeed slept within the mountain all those centuries.